It's usually Mama praying for everyone else. She's gonna pull through this, isn't she, Luis?
Yeah. Come on, man. This is nothing, right? Lamont's a fighter, and besides, God knows how many people depend on her.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, how are things with you and Charity anyway? Did she decided not to leave Harmony?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, it wasn't easy convincing her.
Was she waiting out in the hall?
No, Kay and Tabitha said that she was tired, so she went home to get some sleep.
Well, good for you, man. I'm glad things are working out. You know what? Maybe that's a sign that Mama's gonna get better. You know, she's the one who always said love's the most important thing, right?
I don't know what I'd do if Charity left Harmony. You know, and the crazy thing is that she said that she was going because she loves me. You know, she's got it in her head that she's caused me and everyone else all this pain. And everything that goes wrong is her fault. But I managed to convince her that the only way she could ever cause me pain would be by leaving.
Good for you.
You know, I don't know how Mama survived all these years since Papa left. Because if Charity left Harmony and left me, I don't think I'd be able to go on.
Marcy, you drink more espresso than anyone in town. Have I got a Mark product for you? How'd you like to try Coffee Bar Lip Gloss? Tastes like espresso with a little added sugar, and it comes in a package that looks like a little donut. I know. I'm on low carbs too, and I'd kill for a donut. Great. I'll bring it by tomorrow, and I can show you some other great stuff then. Bye.
I love you so much, Miguel. And I'm so sorry that I'm leaving without saying goodbye, but Tabitha and Kay are right. I have caused nothing but trouble since I got here, and it's time for me to leave. I have to leave Harmony forever.
Eve, let me go talk to TC and tell him the truth before Liz or Aunt say anything. I could explain. I'll tell him that we had a past, but it was before the two of you even met. And it is the past. And I'll tell him that out there somewhere we have a son that my father stole from us, and
Would only make things worse, Julian. TC wouldn't listen to you. He'd just try and kill you.
we can't just sit back and let Liz win.
Liz has already won. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Eve is going down tonight, Ivy, and if you get caught up in the fallout, then so be it.
No, I can't lose Sam again, not after all the years it's taken us to get back together.
Look, I don't know what horrible things you did to get all wrapped up in Eve's fate, though I must admit I am curious. But if the truth coming out about Eve means that you will lose Sam, then you better go in there and kiss Sam goodbye. Because the minute Eve walks in that door, Aunt Irma is going to tell TC every gory detail about his soon-to-be ex-wife's past.
You're bluffing. No. If Irma really knows everything you say she knows, you wouldn't wait. You'd have her tell TC right now.
And spoil the fun of watching Eve as her life crumbles? Like I told you, I want Eve here when TC finds out that his perfect little wife was a lying, drug-addicted whore.
Oh, hold on, TC. Liz wanted you to wait to show Irma the photo album until Eve got home. That way you guys can see the pictures together.
Sam, I am so excited to undo the bad start that I had with Aunt Irma. Hell, I don't know why she's being so nasty.
Look, sometimes old people get cranky, right? And old in-laws.
Sam, Eve doesn't have much family. This is the first family member I've ever met. Now I want Aunt Irma and myself to become fast friends when Eve comes home. Now I'm gonna show her this photo album, and I can't wait to hear the wonderful story she's gonna tell me about Eve.
You do love me, don't you? As much as I love you.
Of course I do. I always have. I was just afraid you didn't feel the same way about me. Oh my God, Max, I'm so glad you were finally honest with me.
You know, Sheridan's been telling me the same stuff that Charity's been telling you.
She thinks she's bad for you?
No, but she thinks that I'm gonna blame her for Antonio's death eventually.
Why would she think that? It's not like she caused the plane to explode.
No, I'm positive that Alistair was behind it. But she thinks that Antonio wouldn't even have been on that plane were it not for her. Miguel, she even blames herself for Mama's illness. She thinks that all the stress was brought on because of me and Antonio fighting over her.
That's crazy. You'd never blame anything on Sheridan. You love her with all your heart. Same way I love Charity.
Well, you know what? They're gonna get it eventually. They're gonna understand that when it comes to Lopez Fitzgerald's, that love is unconditional and it never ends. There's nothing anyone can do to stop it.
You're the one to blame for all of Luis's pain and suffering, Sheridan.
That is not true.
No? You said you loved him, and you married Antonio.
There were reasons.
You had amnesia. Antonio was ill. Excuses, excuses. You enjoyed pitting those two brothers against each other like Cain and Abel. And like Cain and Abel, one of them wound up dead and the other destroyed.
I didn't kill Antonio. You did.
Antonio was dead long before he ever got on that plane. You killed his spirit, Sheridan. And you're doing the same thing to Luis.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't.
You can't help it. You've been bad luck for anyone who loves you since the day you were born.
Don't say that.
You killed your own mother. You took her away from me and your brother. Isn't that proof of the kind of agony you bring to anyone who cares about you?
Stop it, Father, please. Just stop.
If you really love Luis as much as you claim, if you don't want to see him continue to fall victim to your curse, then leave him. Stay away from him forever.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
So what did you think was going to happen by telling me that I'm the woman you love? That I'm your mystery woman?
Hey, hold on a second. I don't know. I guess I thought, you know, that you'd...
Well, you know that I was with Chad, you know, that I'm in love with Chad, so...
I know that, okay? Chad's my best friend. I think he's great. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. You know, no matter how much it hurt me to see you with someone else, Whitney, I didn't want you to be uncomfortable.
So instead of telling me what's going on, you go and tell Teresa?
I didn't tell Teresa. Whitney, she overheard me. I thought I was alone. I was just yelling to God.
What? Okay, so who else overheard you?
Nobody.
What? Who else knows about this?
Yeah, well, my father knows about it.
You told Julian?
But wait, I didn't exactly tell my father. He kind of just picked up on it. You know, he's actually pretty cool about it. We had a real heart-to-heart.
Julian doesn't have a heart.
Oh, yeah, well,
Okay?
I would have agreed with you at one point, but I gotta tell you, he surprised me. It was the first time he actually acted like the kind of father I always wanted him to be.
Damn my father. If it weren't for him, I'd know our son's name now. That at least would have made something about this night easier for you.
Oh, it doesn't matter now.
I was so close. To have bribed one of his most trusted men, and he was just about to tell me who our son is, and father ran him down.
God. Alistair is just evil personified.
Damn him. It's like he stole our son all over again.
I hate how much pain he's caused us all these years.
I should never have let him tear us apart. To have married Ivy. How could I have been so weak?
Julian, Alistair was very intimidating even back then. And you were young. We were both young. We both made mistakes. Now mine have finally caught up with me. And they're about to ruin my life.
You're not thinking straight, Liz. You're upset because of Antonio's death and other things. So you don't have to do this, at least not tonight. Why don't you think things over and take some time?
I have taken time, Ivy. Years of time. And now the time has come for my sister and apparently you. And after tonight, neither one of your lying lives will ever be the same.
Oh, Sam, when you find out what I've done, you're gonna hate me forever.
Aunt Irma, I want you to look at this.
Damn, I wanted Eve here for the explosion. Oh well, better early than never.
Hey, Aunt Irma, this is a photo album. I want you to catch up on everything you've missed in Eve's life. You won't believe the things your niece has done.
You don't know the half of it, TC, but you're about to.
And right here, this is the day that she graduated from medical school. Aunt Irma? Aunt Irma?
TC, hey, just let her alone. I'm sure a little excitement's just worn her out.
Sam's right. I'm sure the anticipation of seeing her long-lost niece is probably enough to exhaust the poor dear thing. Let's just let her sleep till Eve comes home.
Yeah, but I just wanted to share these photos with her. And I wanted to hear what she has to say about Eve when she was younger.
I know, TC. And when the three of you share those memories, it'll be an experience you'll never forget.
First you stole Miguel from Kay, then you stole Reese from me. What are you stealing now? Our clothes?
No, Jessica. I am packing my things.
To go where? Oh. Are you and Reese planning on moving in together?
No, Jessica. I'm leaving. I'm leaving Harmony.
Wow. That's the best news I've heard since you arrived. I'll even help you pack. Because the sooner you leave and start destroying lives in some other city, the better.
Stay away from Luis.
Or you'll kill him like you killed your own mother.
No, I did not kill Mother. That was not my fault. She was ill for a very long time.
From the day you were born. From the moment she gave life to you, you took life from her.
I will not let you do this to me. I will not let you play with my mind, because that's what you do. You put things in my head and you blame me for things that I did not do. Like that night.
What night?
I remember the night in the living room. The body under the bloody sheet. But something just does not ring true with it all. Those memories, they're not real. You implanted them in me somehow to hurt me because you're always trying to hurt me.
That's not true, Sheridan. I love you. I'm your father. I would never do anything to harm you.
Stop, you're confusing me.
There's nothing to be confused about. It's all perfectly clear. You killed your mother, and you're doomed to bring bad luck to anyone who cares about you.
You just said that you love me.
And I do. That's why I'm telling you, if you love Luis, get away from him. Far away. Unless you want to bring him even more pain and suffering. Unless you want him to end up like Antonio, dead.
Are you sure you don't want to be here when Eve comes home? It's going to be an unforgettable experience.
I'm sure it will be, but housework calls.
Hey, I really appreciate everything you do for me, Charity, and Jessica.
You know, everything I've done and everything I do, it's all been done out of love. You know that, and I hope you always remember that.
Of course.
The old girl must really be exhausted. You know, Liz, there's no telling when Eve is coming back tonight, so why don't you take Aunt Irma back to the home, and then we can do this tomorrow.
No, TC, I can't take her back to the home. She's staying here.
Liz, I mean, she's an old woman. Don't you care that she needs a rest?
Eve, you must believe me when I tell you I'll do everything I can to help you through this, and I am going to find our son.
Oh, I so want to believe you, Julian.
Then do. Because I'm determined to make up for all my mistakes with you and with Sheridan. And that's why I have to warn Luis that Father has even more plans to harm him and my sister.
More? I mean, he's killed Antonio. He tried to kill Sheridan. He had her brainwashed and the boat that she was on blown up. What else can he do? When is his vendetta going to end?
I'm afraid never. That's why Luis has to be on his guard. He and Sheridan have to be prepared. I wanted to warn him earlier when I saw him, but he was so worried about his mother. I didn't want to upset him more.
Well, let me check on Pilar's condition.
Right.
Now, hearing about Antonio, of course, put her in a tailspin, but we had her stabilized.
This poor woman has suffered so much at the hands of my family.
Now, Julian, she's stable. Maybe Luis could speak to you now.
All right. Let's hope so. I'll be back. And you stay strong.
I miss you so much, little Ethan. Oh. Ow. Oh. Okay. Just need to relax a little bit here. I think I'm pushing myself too much tonight. Okay. Yeah, after I miscarried Ethan and Gwen's baby, I got pregnant again so quickly. I need to be careful. I can't lose this baby too. No, I can't. So I'm just going to, yeah, stay calm. Relax.
Here's late-breaking news. Tragedy has struck one of Harmony's most beloved families.
Okay. What's happened now, and to which family?
Whitney, I know you're hurt and angry about what you think is going on between your mother and my father.
No, I know what's going on,
No, you
Fox.
don't. No, you don't know what's going on. I had a talk with my father. We had an honest talk. And I know exactly how he feels about not being able to be with your mother because she's with your father. Whitney, it's the same way I feel about you every time I see you with Chad.
I don't want to hear any of this, okay?
Whitney, your mother is special. I see a lot of her in you. It's no wonder my father fell in love with her. It's the same reason I'm falling for you.
You're a bastard. You know, you and your father are just using me and my mother, so damn you, Fox, okay? Damn you to hell.
You are wrong, Father. I did not kill Antonio. You killed him when you blew up that plane, when you tried to kill me.
You're my daughter, Sheridan. Why would I do that?
I don't know, but I know that you blew up that plane.
I had nothing to do with the explosion.
But Luis said...
Luis blames me for everything that goes wrong in his life. Think about it. Why would I kill Antonio? I wanted you two to be together. If I were going to kill anyone, it would have been Luis, not Antonio.
Stop it! You're trying to confuse me again.
I'm confident that when the investigation is finished, it will show that what happened to that plane was just a horrible, unavoidable accident.
So then it wasn't my fault.
Well, perhaps not the explosion. But it was your fault Antonio was on the plane in the first place. You brought him to his death, Sheridan. You and your bad luck. It's hard for a father to admit this, but you were born under a cursed sign.
Stop!
That's why I'm begging you, as your father, as someone who loves you unconditionally, to leave Luis alone. Get away from him, right now, before you destroy him, too.
Emma. Hey, you remember when I was a little kid and used to hold my hand when I was sick? You used to tell me you loved me. I love you. We all love you. Why does it have to happen? Let me tell you something. If you die, I'm never gonna be able to forgive myself. We need you. Mama, you are our rock. These horrible things have to happen. It's like we're cursed.
Father's right. I am a curse. I am the one bringing Luis all this pain. I'm responsible for all of Luis's pain. I have to listen to my father. I have to get away from Luis forever.
Mama, I love you.
I don't mean to interrupt, Luis, but I need to speak with you. It's urgent.
A couple candy bars from the machine was the best I could do.
Nice work. You stay here for a minute. I gotta talk to Julian.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. What is it?
I ran to my father earlier. He has something planned for you and Sheridan. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not good.
I never come after her again. He wants her dead, you know.
I'm afraid so.
Was Alistair here in the hospital?
Yes, why?
Sheridan went to get coffee a while ago, and she hasn't come back. Excuse me, nurse. Have you seen Sheridan Crane?
Yes, downstairs when I arrived. She was coming out of the elevator heading for the parking lot.
Thank you. She wouldn't leave here without saying goodbye.
Listen, you have to find her, and when you do, the two of you have to get out of Harmony as quickly as possible.
Yeah. We go. I need to go find Sheridan.
Why? What happened?
Well, hopefully nothing.
I'll go with you.
You know what? Stay here, okay? And would you call Paloma? Tell her what's happening with Mama and that she needs to come home, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Good luck, Luis. You and my sister are going to need it.
We're cousins, Jessica. I mean, doesn't it mean anything at all?
You used to. And I thought you were so sweet and nice. But that was just an act. The truth is, ever since you got here, one horrible thing after another has happened. And it's all been your fault. So goodbye and good riddance, cousin. Don't come back.
Don't worry. I won't. I'm never coming back.
Let me see if I can track down Teresa. Ivy? Oh, now what? What do you want, Ivy?
I have just left your house, Eve, where Liz has your aunt and TC. And she is going to spill all of your secrets.
I already knew that, Ivy.
Well, it's not fair that my life should be destroyed just because Liz has a vendetta against you. I can't lose Sam again. He's all I've ever wanted.
Well, Ivy, maybe you should have thought about that before you blackmailed me into saying that the DNA test results showed that John was Grace and David's son.
Well, either way, we are both going to get the same deal. Our lives, as we know them, are over. Unless you cover for me.
I'm not protecting you, Ivy. I'm done lying.
Then go to hell.
You hold on a second. You've got this all wrong.
Well, let me clarify it for you.
You know, you can hit me all night long, but it doesn't change the fact that I love you.
Oh, you cranes don't know a thing about love. You know, and you know what? I got another news flash for you, Fox. Just because you want something doesn't mean you can have it. And just because your father's using my mother as his little piece on the side doesn't mean you can do the same thing for me, okay? I want you to stay out of my life, okay? Don't ever speak to me or talk to me ever again because I hate you.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, Charity, why the suitcase?
I'm leaving Harmony. It's never gonna work out between me and Miguel, and please don't give me one of your pep talks about keeping the faith or staying on course, because to be honest, I don't really believe in all that anymore. I don't believe that love ever works out.
Well, you're right. It doesn't. No matter how much you want it to, no matter how many years you've waited for it. Consider yourself lucky to have learned this lesson so young, Charity. Because it's taken me a lot longer to learn that Sam will never be mine.
Of course I care that Aunt Irma gets her rest.
Then why don't you want to take her back to the home? Why'd you say she has to stay here?
Because I signed her out for the night. They're not expecting her. And it was all a part of the big surprise I planned for Eve. I hope you don't mind that I did it.
Of course not. She's more than welcome to stay here. I will get the spare bedroom together and Eve can see her in the morning.
No. TC, listen, when I found Aunt Irma, she was so excited at the chance to spend some time with her long-lost niece that she made me promise that she'd see Eve tonight. You know, and I explained that Eve would probably be late at the hospital, but she insisted she didn't care how late it was. Please don't make me go back on my promise. You know, it would break the poor dear's heart. She'd probably blame herself for having fallen asleep.
Yeah, I guess Aunt Irma thinks that Eve is special just like we do.
You're doing a nice thing for both of them, Liz.
You know what? Sam's right. Eve deserves this surprise, and she has always given so much to people that she loves.
And wait till you hear how much she's given Julian Crane. You're gonna die. And so will he, with your hands around his neck.
My mother is the Russell family whore, not me.
No, it's not like that, Whitney. I love you.
Oh, the same exact way your father loves my mother? Fox, it's just lust, okay? He just wants some brown sugar on the side.
No, it's not lust, it's love. I care about you, Whitney. I want what's best for you. I would never think those things about you. I would never disrespect you.
Oh, no? Well, then what do you call this, Fox? Telling me you want to be with me the same exact way your father wants to be with my mother? It's not gonna happen, okay? I grew up in Harmony. I know exactly what Ukraine men are like.
I'm not like that.
Well, you can't help it, all right? It's genetic. Your father is using my mother, and now you want to use me. Well, I'm not my mother. I will never be your whore, Fox. Okay? Never.
Antonio Lopez Fitzgerald was killed tonight when the Crane jet exploded just after takeoff from Harmony Airport.
Oh, Antonio.
Father's right. I have to leave Harmony. I can never see Louise again.
Where are you, Sheridan? Yeah.
It's Julian. I just found out that Sheridan has arrived on the Crane grounds in a taxi.
I'm on my way.
Go, hurry. You have to keep her away from Alistair.
Damn it. Why would Sheridan leave without saying goodbye? Something's not right here. Reeks of Alistair.
I'm about to.
Well, hurry up.
Don't worry, boss. Next time Sheridan starts your car, she'll have a surprisingly explosive time.
I'm counting on it.
That's right, Aunt Irma. You get all the rest you need. Because when Eve gets home, it's showtime. And I want you good and strong. This will be the performance of your life. And the end of Eve's. Finally, my sister will lose everything.
Do you think Alistair's done something to Sheridan already?
Well, if he hasn't, it's coming soon. I know my father.
Damn him. He's just caused so much pain to so many people.
He's not going to get to Sheridan again, and I promise you, I will find a way to protect you.
Julian, there's nothing you can do to stop what's going to happen to me. I'm beyond hope. My past has finally caught up with me. Tonight, I'm going to lose everything.
What are you talking about, Ivy? Did something happen between you and my uncle? I thought you guys were so in love.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's not enough, Charity. Let me save you a whole lot of pain in the future, okay? You were right. You and Miguel, you're not gonna work out. No matter how much in love you are. Not in your 20s and not in your 40s, no matter how many years you wait for it. So give it up, Charity, before you have wasted your whole life.
I don't want to hear this from you. You're the one who always said keep the faith.
Oh, forget faith, Charity. Forget hope. And forget Miguel. I have a favor. Just finish packing. Okay, look. Get out of Harmony. Start a new life. Alone, because you're right, love. It only works out in fairy tales.
Mama, I love you so much. You just gotta stay focused on getting better. Try not to think about Antonio. Or Sheridan. Luis will find her, I know he will. And they'll be together the way he always wanted them to be. Just like Charity and I will be together. And we'll all be here for you. To help you through this. I'm gonna call Paloma She's gonna come home, and Teresa will be here. Nurse! Nurse! Something's happening to my mother! Mama? Mama? Nurse! Mama?
To repeat, Antonio Lopez Fitzgerald and an unnamed pilot were killed when the crane jet exploded after takeoff from Harmony.
Oh, God, I don't understand. Oh, no. Ow!
Annie, please, calm down.
No, I'm not gonna be your dirty little secret
I don't want you to
box.
be.
Man, you are just like your father. I don't want to hear you, okay? I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Do you get that?
Oh, thank God. You're here. When you disappeared from the hospital, you know, I thought that, oh, you're packing. That's good. You know what? I see you talked to Julian. I think that he's right. We should get out of Harmony. This place is too dangerous.
I didn't talk to Julian.
Then why are you packing?
Because I'm leaving you, Luis. I'm taking my bags, I'm getting in my car, and I'm leaving you forever.
Perfect. Sheridan Crane is as good as dead.
I don't want anything to do with anyone in Harmony. Do you hear me?
Better I break your heart than kill you, because that's what'll happen if we stay together.
Let her go, Luis. One way or another, you're finished as soon as she starts her car.
After